Have you ever noticed how the world becomes obsessed with knowing who owns your heart? Every interview, every comment section, every message seems to carry the same curiosity. People believe they can discover someone's entire life by watching a few clips or reading a handful of posts. They assume a public image reveals every private truth. But the reality is very different. The most meaningful parts of life rarely exist in front of a camera. The strongest emotions are often invisible. The deepest connections are usually protected by silence. Today, I want to speak from a place that doesn't need applause or approval. I want to talk about the kind of love that survives when nobody is watching. There is someone whose presence has changed the way I experience life. She is not important because of attention or appearances. She matters because she brings calm into moments that once felt impossible to carry. She has seen the version of me that the world never will. She has witnessed the nights when exhaustion replaced confidence, the mornings when responsibility felt heavier than hope, the moments when uncertainty filled my mind instead of answers. She never judged those moments. She never asked me to pretend. Instead, she remained exactly where she always was, beside me. That taught me something priceless. Love is not measured by grand gestures. It is revealed through quiet consistency. Many people confuse visibility with importance. They believe every meaningful relationship must be displayed, discussed, and celebrated online. Yet the happiest hearts often belong to those who protect what they treasure instead of presenting it for public opinion. Not every beautiful chapter needs an audience. Some stories become stronger because only two people truly know them. The woman I love has never competed for recognition. She has never searched for validation from strangers or tried to prove her place through attention. Her confidence comes from something much stronger: trust, respect, sincerity. Those qualities create a foundation that popularity can never replace. Life constantly reminds us that genuine support rarely arrives with loud words. Sometimes the greatest gift another person can offer is simply their presence. To remain when life feels uncertain. To listen without interrupting. To understand without demanding explanations. To become peace in a world filled with noise. That kind of companionship cannot be purchased, imitated, or forced. It grows naturally between two people who choose kindness over pride and understanding over assumptions. As the years pass, I have realized something that success alone could never teach me. Achievements create memories. Recognition creates opportunities. But only the right person creates peace. And once you experience that kind of peace, you stop searching for temporary excitement because your heart finally understands what truly matters. Life has a quiet way of revealing who truly belongs beside you. It never happens during celebrations. It never happens when everything is easy. The real answers appear when life becomes difficult, when plans begin to fail, responsibilities multiply, and silence feels heavier than words. Those moments uncover every hidden truth. Some people slowly disappear the moment comfort fades. Others stay, even when they have every reason to leave. That is the difference between temporary affection and lasting commitment. I have learned that loyalty is not a promise spoken during happy days. It is a decision repeated during challenging ones. The woman who holds my heart never measured our relationship by perfect moments alone. She understood that every meaningful journey carries obstacles. Instead of creating distance, she became my strength. Instead of adding pressure, she brought reassurance. Instead of questioning every storm, she believed we would find our way through it together. That kind of faith changes a person from the inside. People often admire beauty before they understand character. They celebrate appearances while overlooking integrity. But with time, life teaches a lesson that photographs never can. A peaceful soul will always be more valuable than a perfect image. Someone who protects your emotional well-being is worth far more than someone who simply attracts attention. Because attraction may begin a story, but character is what allows it to last. Our world has become addicted to comparison. Every day people measure their lives against carefully edited moments they see online. They chase perfection without realizing that perfection has never been the goal. Healthy relationships are not built on flawless days. They are built on forgiveness after mistakes, patience during misunderstandings, respect in difficult conversations, and the courage to choose each other again and again. Real love is never free from challenges. It simply refuses to let those challenges become the ending. One lesson has stayed with me more than any other. Peace is one of life's greatest treasures. Success can disappear. Money can be lost. Fame can change overnight. But the comfort of knowing someone genuinely cares for your happiness is something beyond price. When your heart finds that kind of security, the outside world becomes much quieter. Its opinions lose their power. Its judgments become meaningless. Because you finally understand that the voices which matter most are never the loudest ones. They are the ones waiting for you at the end of every difficult day, offering comfort instead of criticism, hope instead of fear, and unwavering loyalty instead of conditions. That is the kind of love I believe every heart deserves. As time continues to shape my life, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. The greatest blessings are not always the loudest ones. Sometimes they arrive quietly, changing your heart without asking for recognition. I no longer believe love should be measured by public attention. It cannot be counted through likes, comments, or headlines. The strongest relationships are written in ordinary moments that nobody else will ever witness. A conversation after a difficult day. A reassuring smile when words are unnecessary. A hand that never lets go when life becomes uncertain. Those simple moments create memories that last far longer than any moment of online fame. There will always be people who misunderstand your journey. Some will invent stories. Others will believe rumors because they only see a small piece of your life. but you cannot build your future around other people's opinions. Eventually, you learn that protecting your peace is far more important than defending yourself to strangers. The woman who means everything to me has never asked me to become someone else. She has never expected perfection. She has simply encouraged me to become a better version of myself. That is the rarest form of love. A love that inspires growth instead of fear, confidence instead of doubt, hope instead of uncertainty. Looking back, I realize that success has never been the greatest achievement. Finding someone who genuinely celebrates your victories, stands beside you during your failures, and believes in you even when you question yourself, that is the real achievement. Because life is not remembered for the number of people who knew your name. It is remembered for the few who truly understood your heart. So if the world continues asking who matters most to me, my answer will never change. The most valuable person is the one who brings calm into my chaos, who chooses honesty over appearances, who protects my heart instead of testing it, who remains loyal when circumstances become difficult, and who reminds me that love is not something we simply say, it is something we prove through patience, kindness, sacrifice, and unwavering trust. At the end of every journey, attention will fade, fame will change, time will continue moving forward, but genuine love will always remain priceless. Because in a world that constantly encourages people to impress everyone, the rarest gift is finding one person who simply makes your heart feel at home. And if life has taught me anything, it is this: never take that kind of love for granted. Because hearts that bring peace are far more precious than crowds that bring applause. And when you finally find someone who becomes your safe place, hold on to them with honesty, protect them with loyalty, love them with gratitude, because some people are not just part of your story, they become the reason your story feels complete.